Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting episode of Wrestling Prime. I am your host, Tom Dog, and yes, we are live and we are in charge, and we are going to have some interesting conversations and everything like that. And also, chat is open. Feel free to say hi, provide some questions and comments and everything like that. It's always good to hear from you and everything. Love to have you. Love to hear from you and all that good stuff and everything like that. I'm going to take a swig of Coke Zero. Oh, there we go. Um, Before we do that, we got to do the shout outs and everything. Well, not the shout outs, but we got to do the plugs and everything. M&J Video Games and Collectibles. Any wrestling stuff that you want to part with, any autograph items from wrestlers, everything. Get a nice nifty hunk of change and everything like that, or you just want to add to your collection. They also provide some stuff too. If you happen to be in the Southington, Connecticut area and you want to check out this amazing store, check it out. And they also have a list of events going on as well too. Check out their website over at mnjvideogames.com. Also, this episode is brought to you by w.gg. What Use the promo code on their website at w.gg. Use the promo code Brill at the checkout to save 10% on your purchase. You will do so. You will love it. But you're probably asking yourself, what is Dubby? Dubby is an energy supplement, not those energy drinks that Logan Paul pisses in a bottle in. So you want the good stuff. You want no sugar. You want no colors or dyes. You want no artificial flavors or dyes, I should say. You want the natural ingredients without all the gimmicks and without their spokesperson pissing in a bottle. We're looking at you, Logan. So, but you want some good stuff. You want some good stuff that doesn't make you crash or burn and everything like that. You don't want to tap out on that. You want the good stuff. And Dubby is that good stuff. Check out their website over at w.gg right now. Use the promo code Brill at the checkout to save 10% on your purchase. You go do that right now. You do that. And then you'll feel good about that. And it will deserve a pat on the back. So that's right. Good friend Barry Horowitz. One of the all-time greats in the wrestling community. One of the all-time greats in the wrestling ring. Here's one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Yeah, shout out to him. Yeah, big. So yeah, check it out. Save 10% on your purchase right now. and you will be glad that you did. You will have a good time with that, and it'll be awesome. You'll have a good time. I'll have a good time, and we'll all have a good time. We will. So we had to do a laid back show on Channel X the other night. Um, I do appreciate the feedback and everything. All the amount of views. It's a lot of It's always been times like that where I like to go into um my past and everything and talk about my history and everything. But that's all done. That's all over and done with. And thank you all for tuning in, for having such a laid back episode and everything like that. But now we're going to get back into business and everything, especially on next Thursday when we do another fun episode of Channel X. But we'll talk about that later. Right now, we got some wrestling business to take care of. We got a lot of wrestling stuff to take care of. We'll tackle the king queens of the ring later on. Before the show ends and everything. Um, lately, um, so if you remember a while back, um, maybe a month or so ago, I reviewed WWE 2K24. Now I'm going to review a movie. And you're thinking to myself, it's like, don't you review movies and don't you review movies and and video games on Channel X? And you would be correct by saying that. And you would be correct by asking those questions. But they're wrestling related, so it counts on here too. And one of the movies that recently came out found its way in onto HBO Max the other day, this past week. The Iron Claw. Um it's inspired by a true story about the Von Erich family and their trials and tribulations of of their life and everything, and what they had to go through and everything. And one of the most heart heartbreaking moments in wrestling history, um, involving the Von Erich family. Um, there there were many in there. Um, one of the sons, Kevin, was feeling that the family was cursed, that the family was cursed in some way, and one by one, Kevin's brothers were passed away and everything. So it's one of the most heartfelt tragedies in the wrestling world, and yeah, and not only are they the most famous family, but they are. It is one of the most saddest stories in wrestling history. There's been countless documentaries about the Von Erichs and about their accomplishments in the ring and then their sad passings. So it's a good movie. It's a good movie. I highly recommend watching it. Um, I did nitpick on one thing. The actor who plays Ric Flair, because Ric Flair's I'm sorry, he may look like a young Ric Flair around that time period, but let's be honest. Let's be honest. He woos like a young Sting He woos like a young Sting in his early days of NWA/World Championship Wrestling. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. His early stages when he was the Surfer Sting and everything. He had the short beat, the blonde uh, crew cut, and yeah, yeah, one of those things. So he was wooing like a young Sting in his early days of wrestling, and yeah, excuse me. And but nonetheless, the movie was pretty good. Zac Efron played a played a good part on playing Kevin Von Erich. Um, a lot of other good actors, even portraying the brothers as well too. They did a very good job, and so yeah, very good movie, and I strongly recommend to watch it. Um, I don't know how true it is, how they did it so well when it came to the documentaries that are all over the place. Um, I'm gonna do a comparison later on down the road and compare it to and compare it to how accurate they really were um, from the movie. So yeah, it's very interesting um, movie to watch. But if you're a diehard wrestling fan who loves the history of you know wrestlers from the golden era and everything like that, this is the movie for you. Um, and yeah, it's a really good movie, and I highly recommend it. And you AEW fans also too, MJF is in the movie too. Not to mention he's an executive producer of the movie. So yeah, little fun fact for you MJF fans. So yeah, can't wait to see him back. Hope he feels better. So, so anyways, highly recommend it. Definitely watch this movie. It's a really good movie. Okay, speaking of AEW, good segue. Kenny Omega released an update on Dynamite about his condition, about what happened to him last week on Dynamite, where he got taken out by the Elite and Jack Perry. Um, got to do some emergency surgery, which was expected, and he still has a lot of leadership, being an EVP as well, um, but not aligning himself as the Elite. So he's so yeah, the way they're doing it is really good. They got a nice little there's going to be an 8-man tag, and there's going to be an um 8-man match at Double or Nothing. It's going to be one of their signature matches. Um, Anarchy or something like that. Um, I'm not really familiar with the match because I never really seen the type of match. It's a good specialty match from what I understand. Um, so it's going to go under those rules and everything. So anybody who knows what I'm talking about, please fact check me in the comment section. You know, because the name of the name of the specialty match that they have signed, I forgot the name of it, and I'm terrible at it. I'm sorry, but yeah, it was but nonetheless, um, it's one of the signature matches and everything, and it's really specialty matches, and this seems to be pretty cool. Um, So yeah. So it's going to be everybody in the Elite. The Bucks, Okada, and Jack Perry taking on FTR and a team of their choice. And two other guys that we're going to announce later on. And FDR, near the end of the show, they came out and they mentioned who was going to be the two men that are going to be going to be joining with FTR for the match at Double or Nothing, and they did not disappoint. We got Eddie Kingston and Bryan Danielson, so that's a good lineup, and this match is going to be really really good, and it's going to be on pay per view as well too. So um, yeah, be lucky there. So yeah, check it out. And speaking of pay per view, we got ourselves a premium live event. So yeah, we got some. Oh, we're just breezing through the show today. That's weird. Weird. We're breezing through the show. We got a lot to talk about. I think there's some. Oh yeah, there's some other AEW news that we need to talk about. Yeah. Swerve Strickland. Having some huge feuds. Working on one with Christian, and this past this past Wednesday on Dynamite, um, he got blindsided by um, I forgot the Jesus. I thought it was Wardlow for a minute, but it's not. It's Eddie Page, I think it was. Yeah. Anyways, he took him out, and he showed up on Collision. He got a little bit of a payback on Collision tonight. So yeah. Um, but nonetheless, it's going to be really good, and we're going to see where this goes into. Looking forward to whatever main event that's going to be signed for there. Uh, what other AEW news that we could talk about? I don't know. Been a busy day today. I'm tired. Yeah. But nonetheless, very good. Pretty good show tonight. They were in Vancouver, and so yeah, pretty good show. Edge, excuse me, he's in AEW now. Adam Copeland, with the Cope Open, he's has some pretty good match. Had a pretty good match there. Past couple of nights, and but still messing with the House of Black, and he wants to put this to rest. So yeah, um, Malachi Black and Adam Copeland. They're going to be finding it out hopefully in a steel cage with wrapped in barbed wire. So yeah, so yeah, that's going to be a match that could be signed for Double or Nothing. So yeah, we shall see what happens, and I hope that does happen because it looks pretty cool. Oh my god. I don't know why I'm tired, but yeah. But nonetheless, it looks really good. It looks really good. And so yeah. So let's talk some King of the Ring news. King of the Ring and everything like that looks pretty good. How about it? Let's see what do we got to talk about. So SmackDown the other night, we had a you know had a little visit from Logan Paul, and apparently the match has been signed that Logan Paul is facing going to be facing Cody Rhodes, champion versus champion at King and Queen of the Ring. And Logan Paul's going to lose. That's not a prediction. That's a spoiler. Doesn't make sense for Logan Paul to win to win the championship. And furthermore, I don't approve of it. I really don't. I really do not. So um every I'm going to keep repeating this like a record, like a broken record, but he does not deserve um, a championship match because he is this. There's many reasons why. A lot of personal reasons that that he that that offended me, and I'm not going to talk about it here because I already mentioned it like several times. So I also did a rant about him a long time ago. It was a long time ago, but I lost. I have no respect for the guy, no respect for Logan Paul. So every match he gets a failing grade. But the wrestler that he fights get a better grade than that. So that's how I grade him. I dubbed it the Logan Paul grade. He gets his own grade, and it's a fail. That's but I only break that out when he wins. If he loses, then I grade the match regular. So I'm looking forward to grading the match regular at King of the Ring. Speaking of which, King of the Ring, both men, both King and Queen of the Ring, I should say. Excuse me. So it turns out to be pretty good. They got a bracket for SmackDown and a bracket for Raw, and it looks really cool. And whoever wins the tournament between both brands goes on to face each other in the finals to become King of the Ring. So there'll be one representative of Raw, one representative of SmackDown, and they're going to duke it out. And whoever wins is the new King and Queen of the Ring. So, yeah, there are 8 brackets, four brackets here. I broke it down to 8. Man, I broke it down to that. So yeah, um, for the men's side, we will we will do this in order here. For the men's side, they've already started the first round matches, and yeah, and I'll talk about that in a minute, and see who advances to the semifinals as well too. Be Gunther versus Sheamus. Um, Gunther, the Ring General. He is going to be. He advances into um the semifinals, and he will be waiting to face either Kofi Kingston or Rey Mysterio, and that match will be announced probably on Monday. So you should check that out. Ricochet and Dragunov, one of the new guys from Raw, was drafted from NXT. He is going. They had a match there too. Dragunov won the match. Very good match. And Jey Uso, Finn Balor. Um, that also happened. Jey Uso advances into the semifinals. So we have Gunther, Dragunov, and Jey Uso all advancing into the semifinals for the Raw side. We're just waiting on Kofi Kingston and Rey Mysterio, and as soon as that comes up, hopefully on Monday, we will get the final word. Over on SmackDown, that happened the other night. AJ Styles and Randy Orton, they had a match. Randy Orton advances into the semifinals. Baron Corbin and Carmelo Hayes, new guy that was drafted from NXT. Carmelo Hayes advances into the semifinals. He beat Baron Corbin. We're waiting on LA Knight and Santos Escobar win on their match. From what I understand, it's going to be at a Super Show. And so we shall see what happens there, and we should get the official word as soon as we get the results. And Tama Tonga, he was supposed to face. He was supposed to go in there against. He was supposed to go in there against Bobby Lashley. However, due to injuries, he was replaced by Angelo Dawkins, and Tama Tonga advances into the semifinals. So we're just waiting on the results for LA Knight and Escobar, and we shall find that out as soon as we get it. So as it stands right now, Randy Orton, Carmelo Hayes, and Tama Tonga all go into the semifinals. Up next is the Queen of the Ring elimination tournament. Shayna Baszler and Zelina Vega. This is for the Raw side. Shayna Baszler and Zelina Vega. They haven't fought yet, so we're just waiting on that. Io Sky and Natalia had a match on Monday. Io Sky advances into the semifinals. Dakota Kai and newcomer from NXT, Valkyria, had a pretty good match. Valkyria is advancing into the semifinals. And Ivy Nile versus Zoe Stark. Almost said Tony Stark. Iron Man reference. Zoe Stark moves in to advance into the semifinals. So as of right now, Io Sky, Valkyria, and Zoe Stark all go to the Raw Women's Queen of the Ring semi. And then SmackDown side. Naomi taking on Nia Jax. Nia Jax advances to the semifinals. Jade Cargill and Piper Niven had a pretty good match on SmackDown the other night. And Jade Cargill advances. The match between Michin and Tiffany Stratton, we will be waiting on that one. And we'll be waiting on that one till we find out what's going on. And then Bianca Belair goes up against Candice LeRae. Bianca Belair moves on to the semifinals. So as of right now, Nia Jax, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair going into the SmackDown's side to advance. So as of right now, we got some predictions. We'll start with the SmackDown Women's Tournament. And I'm going to go back to what I was predicting involving Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Back when they won the tag titles. I can see this is where they start the feud. Where they start where they'll start getting going here. What I mean by that. When I did my review of Backlash, I believe it was last week, I believe. Yeah. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, it was last week. I reviewed Backlash, and so yeah, I made the prediction that Bianca is going to start resenting, going to start being a little bit of jealous over Jade Cargill, and I think this is where it's going to start slow. They're going to start this slowly, and it's going to start from here because there is absolutely no way that Nia Jax is going to go over on Jade Cargill. Of course, Jade Cargill, she had a pretty good run in AEW, and I'm going to keep popping for her because she is, she's amazing. She is absolutely amazing, and I have seen some of her matches, and believe me when I say Jade Cargill is amazing, and so yeah, you know, she did have an okay run in AEW, but whenever she was in the ring, that was it, game over. And so yeah, it was very good moment there, and everything like that. Um, so I'm predicting in this match. I mean, it's an obvious prediction. Well, actually, it's a spoiler. Jade Cargill advances to the finals, and then Bianca Belair. Now, as far as Mitten and Tiffany Stratton goes, I'm going to go with Tiffany Stratton, and then Bianca Belair is going to go in there, and she's going to advance into the finals up against Jade Cargill. So this is going to be an interesting match, and one to watch. Jade Cargill is going to win. She advances into the she's going to win. She's going to win for the SmackDown side, and awaiting her opponent for Raw. And we will. So, I think we're going to see Shayna Baszler in this one. As far as moving into the ranks in where it was stand, Valkyria and Zoe Stark. That's going to be a good match, and looking forward to seeing when that match comes up. And Valkyria is going to move on to the finals, where I think she can. I think she's going to go into the finals with Shayna Baszler, and Valkyria is going to pull up in major upset and go on. And Valkyria is going to go up against Jade Cargill for the Queen of the Ring. So yeah, that is my prediction. And so yeah, now over to the men's side. Um, this this is going to be pretty good. Kofi Kingston's going to. I feel that Kofi Kingston's going to advance. He'll be facing against Gunther. Um, Gunther is going to go over, and so yeah. And then as far as Dragunov goes, him and Jey Uso. Jey Uso is going to advance, and then it'll be Gunther and Jey Uso, and I think Gunther is going to win for the Raw side. Over to the men, we will have Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga. He is going to go in there with Randy Orton. As far as who Tama Tonga is going to face in the semifinals, I'm going to go with LA Knight on this one. So that being said, Tama Tonga, Randy Orton finals. Tama Tonga wins, which means it will be Tama Tonga versus Gunther at the King of the Ring, at the King of the Ring tournament match to determine who will win. Now, who would I think would win for that for the men's side? Now, I predicted Jade Cargill is going to be Queen of the Ring. There's no question about that. Um, as far as um the male goes, this would be a good match between both Gunther and Tama Tonga. And this is going to be a match worth watching. Both of them are very brutal. Gunther is, the ring, and yeah, this is going to be a very good match. This is going to be a very good match, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to call this one. It's going to be real tough to call this one. It really is. And I think we may have to go with Tama Tonga. And so yeah, going to be it's going to come really close because they're going to be pushing Gunther to do something, and I would like to see him go up against Damian Priest. That will be a match to watch. But nonetheless, this is going to be a very interesting match at King of the Ring, and so yeah, this is going to be the match to watch. This really is. So. All right. Got some time for some questions about the topics I talked about tonight. Um, More specifically, the King of the Ring. So yeah, I would like to hear what you have to say, and be very love to hear what everybody has to say. You know, I don't want to be the voice of the voiceless. I want to hear you guys shoot for the moment. Oh yeah. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to cut the show short. And this episode was really really quick tonight. It really was. So yeah. Um. I know I haven't really been doing. I know I wanted to do some matches between myself and Logan Paul, but the matches will come. I might do a special different um work on a special project. So yeah, we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. So, um, yeah. Um, all right. Okay, I guess that's about it. If there's no other no questions or comments or anything like that, like the oh yeah. All right, might as well cut it short. Might as well, you know. Um, Relatively short episode this evening, but nonetheless, thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. If you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check that out as soon as I turn off the camera. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Comment down below. Who do you predict is going to be the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring? Let us know in the comments section down below. And ring the bell to stay notified of what I'm going to be doing next. And if you want to be the boat in being the number one fan of this show or my channel, you gotta do this one thing. You gotta do the one thing, and that's lay the smackdown on that subscribe button, and and yeah, you'll feel good, and you'll be you'll be you'll be a hero. You'll be a great hero. Matter of fact, you'll be the boat in my brilliant fan base. My brilliant fan base. So yeah. And not only that, you'll be supporting small streamers like myself. So yeah, that is a major thing. So yeah, lend all your support that you can, and you can be a boat you too. And so yeah, greatest of all time. The boat is what it says. Best of all time. Because to me, there is no such thing as great. Plus, I don't want to sound conceited. But I am the boat in broadcasting. That is the fact. So yeah, nearly going on 30 years of broadcasting. Nearly 30 years. That's an accomplishment. That really is. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But nonetheless, we got it. So yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. Be the best fan that you can be. And yeah, you'll be supporting small streamers like myself. We will see you all again here next week. We'll have some good fun. We'll have some more AEW news and some WWE news and everything like that, gossip and everything what's going on in the world of wrestling. So be on the lookout for that. But on Thursday, we'll be back doing another live episode of Channel X on Thursday. So be sure to check that out, because hey, that's the only place that we start the weekend early. So big party show, and the weekend will continue up until Saturday when we do another episode of Wrestling Prime. Next Saturday is Wrestling Prime, and so yeah, we will do this here again next week. And before I turn off the camera, I just want to give a shout out to all the moms out there, including my own mother, in the having a happy and safe Mother's Day tomorrow. So get plenty of rest, which I'm about to do, and yeah, they will. Well, yeah, it's going to be a fun Mother's Day. Make sure it's a safe one, and if the weather's good, you know, take your mom out for a drive. Everything will be a lot of fun. Just enjoy the countryside for me. Very cool. So we will see you all again here next week with another exciting episode of Wrestling Prime. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying, take care. So long. Peace. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.